Mic check. Syphilis. Alright, so my battery died recently, just yesterday, because it's been cold. So I had to take off the rear seat and take out the battery. And I put it on the charger. And I charged it up. And I think we should be good to go to install said battery. However, when I was taking the battery out, I noticed that my ground wire here is a little bit messed up. I don't know if you can see that. But due to that fact, I'm going to use some handy dandy electrical tape, and I stole my wife's kitchen scissors here, so we're going to use this bad boy, and we're going to do a little doctoring here, but I'm going to take a picture as well. I want to send this to my friend and ask him, like, he knows. I'll ask a friend as well. We're going to fix it with some handy electrical tape here for a temporary solution. I may just end up replacing that ground wire anyways. I'm probably going to send it to a friend and be like, hey, do I have to replace this? Or will my fucking electrical tape solution solve my problem here, do you think? Look, this one here looks a little patching out too. I'm probably just going to have to fucking replace the ground wire. I know it. There we go. Perfect. That should fire us on up. I think my fuel pump's going bad too. My battery might be going bad, you guys. I don't know. That shit didn't sound too great, did it? Man, I gotta wash my bike. It gets all dirty under the passenger seat. Oh well. So we got the battery charged up, got the battery in the bike. I'm gonna head over and run some errands, man. I got some things to do today. So I'm gonna go take her phone charger. I gotta go to the DMV today, man, and renew the vehicle registration. I also do just some regular little errands today. I gotta run to Harbor Freight, man, pick up a couple tools, like, you name it. Oh man, it's nice to ride and not be riding to work. I always ride to work. And I haven't been doing a lot of little moto vlogs lately. A couple weeks ago, me and my wife took a nice ride, and I recorded the whole thing of it. I didn't have anything to say to make a video, if you will. We just took a ride, you know. We just rode over to Woodland Park, and that was really, really nice. So it's my day off. I'm back at it again with another moto vlog, or as the suegra says, my motorcycle diaries. My mother-in-law came to visit a couple weeks ago, and we were going through watching home videos, watching my little moto vlogs and more and whatnot, watching videos of when Kira comes over and stuff. And she said, what is this, like your motorcycle diaries? I said, well, yeah, I mean, I guess if you put it that way, you know, it kind of is like this. So back at it again, man, with my motorcycle diaries here. And I haven't been doing the motorcycle diaries very much, man. I just I ride every day, but I ride to and from work. As you've seen in the intro of this video, or the start of the video, I had to reinstall my battery, and I have something going on there with my ground cable, or the ground wire, you know, the negative cable. It looks a little frayed. I mean, it starts up, but I may replace that. May replace that. It may just be maybe beneficial to replace it. Let me know. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. If that's something that needs to be replaced, or hey man, keep riding your bike. Why waste $8? I'm a poor dude, bro. And okay, and I tell you what, I got one here. One little thing that I wanted to kind of talk about, or a fun thing, if you a fun thing, if you will, something fun to talk about. How did I learn to ride a motorcycle, man? When did you learn to ride a motorcycle? And I was just kind of thinking about it. I think I'm gonna ask like my friends and family when I chat with them and stuff next time I catch up, you know, like when we're sitting, and ask them, like, you know, do a little video with me, or, you know, so I can, because I just think it's fun stories to hear people's tales. And so while I'm riding today, I thought I'd talk about that for a few minutes, I guess. And so how did I start to ride? How did I learn to ride a motorcycle? Man, I can thank my mom and my dad, and I can credit my parents, you know, with my dad with teaching me how to ride a motorcycle And I learned how to ride a motorcycle when I was just a kid, man. Like I would say, man, as far as I can remember back, I want to say I was 6 or 7. Maybe I was older, maybe about 8 or 9, right? But I learned how to ride on it. There's a, man, I don't know, I wish I had a picture of it, or I wish I knew more about it, like what the bike was. But it was an old, I'd say probably mid 1980s mini bike, a pull start little, like a lawnmower engine mini bike. I'll try to look up like a picture on Google, see if I can find something similar, throw it up here. But and it was the coolest little thing, man. I thought I was the raddest little dude driving in circles in my parents' front yard, man, when I was a kid. And my dad taught me how to ride it, you know. I was just a little boy, and the rest is history, man. Like I said, I wish I knew more about that bike, or I wish I still had that bike today just for fun, to teach my kid maybe one day. But shit, I try to teach her to ride a bicycle first. But anyways, it was fun, man. It was fun. And so I rode that when I was a little boy, and then I outgrew it, you know, and I didn't have a bike for a while. And I remember in about middle school or so, one of my friends, you know, Ronnie and Victor, shout out, yo, what's up, you guys? They got some dirt bikes, man. We also used to, on the weekends and stuff, we used to ride their little dirt bikes when I was a kid. And I remember one time doing an accidental wheelie on Victor's little, an accidental wheelie, man. We were in Chama, Colorado at the stoplight, bud. At the stop light, there's not a stoplight, at the stop sign. And I revved the bike a little too high and did a wheelie. Oh, man, and that didn't mean to do that. Your first accidental wheelie, that one will pucker your butthole for sure. But good times, man, good times. So that was when I was a kid, and I'd say around the same time, around middle school or so, maybe, yeah, probably around middle school. My papa, he's always ridden, bro. He's ridden since I was a young man as well. He is you know, he's an old school biker, bro. Wile E. Coyote on the back, you know what I'm talking about? The little plushie on the back, bro. Like, he'd been riding since I was a young one, bro. But my mom was a kid, you know what I mean? He's been riding forever. So when I was about in middle school too, he took me to the Red River, New Mexico motorcycle rally. I think it was 2007, man. I don't know. He sent me a picture a couple months back in May when it came around, and he actually showed me. So I'm gonna look up. I'm trying to look up the picture and see if I can put it up here as well. So I've been riding on the back, man, when I was a little boy as well, bud. So I've been riding since I was a kid, and like I said, the rest is history, I suppose, right? But then also, then I you know, I didn't have a bicycle, I didn't have a motorcycle, or I didn't have a bike when I was in middle school or high school myself. Like I said, I rode on the back of my grandpa's bike. And then I remember it in high school. I was probably a junior or so in high school, well, junior or senior in high school, and these fucks at Harley Davidson, they got me with their marketing then, because I remember seeing a commercial, bro, when I was in high school, talking about 3 brand new Harley Davidson motorcycles under $10,000. I'll try to look up the commercial. Anyways, there was a couple Sportsters, man, and I remember the Iron 883 was one of those on the commercial, and I was like, oh, that's cool, man, oh, that's neat, that's cool. Like, man, I was in high school. I didn't have no 10 grand, or I didn't have a job to think about buying a bike or credit or you know, shit, bro. I didn't have nothing. I didn't know nothing shit from Shinola as it goes. But I knew I wanted a Harley right then. But it was a pipe dream for me, bro. I wasn't gonna get a Harley. So I went off to do school and college for a little bit. Man, I had a child. I you know, was working odd jobs here and there, you name it, just hustling and making a living like the rest of us, bud. Trying to keep on keeping on. So I was working those odd jobs and doing it, man. Like I say, just making a living or keeping on hustling. And I remember, man, the homie got a bike around that time, the homie DJ. And he had gotten himself a Gixxer 750, and man, did I think that thing was cool. Man, I thought his bike was cool. But man, I wasn't in a position at that time. It was a pipe dream. There was no way I could buy a motorcycle at that time. I'm blessed with what I have, but I'm not a rich dude, man. It's not like I like have a bunch of money that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy so many motorcycles and flaunt it all. Like, man, I live in an apartment, bro. Like, you guys, you know what I mean? I don't flex on Instagram and shit. That's not my style. But I did want a Harley, man. I wanted to ride motorcycles, and I wanted a Harley. And so I saved for a while, man. I saved for a while, and after tax time came around too, it was 2017. I said, I'm gonna go get a Harley. I told myself, I'm gonna go buy a Harley, man. I work hard. I work a lot of hours every month, and like I said, it's not like I made a bunch of money, but I wanted it. I wanted a Harley, so I knew I was gonna go do it. So I decided I was gonna go do it. It was April of 2017. I drove from Alamosa, Colorado, over to Pueblo Harley-Davidson, the Pueblo Outpost Harley-Davidson in Pueblo, Colorado. And I knew I was going to buy a Harley that day. I knew it. I told myself, I'm going to buy a Harley. I'd been working on my credit for a while, for a couple years and whatnot. So it was then that I bought a 2017 brand spanking new off the showroom floor Harley-Davidson Iron 883. And man, did I think I was the coolest kid in school. I wasn't in school no more, bro. I was a grown-ass man working, like I said, odd jobs. But I did think I was too cool, but I thought I was just hot shit riding around on my little black Harley-Davidson, not even knowing that it was the tiniest little fucking one they made, but, you know, but I thought I was cool, bro. My dick got from this big to this big. I thought I was fucking the bee's knees. Let me run in here, bring my wife her phone charger. We'll get back to the story in a moment. All right, so back to it. Where was I? Back to the story. So it was 2017. I bought my Harley-Davidson Iron 883, and I thought I was too cool for school, man. It was that same year that my dad also bought a Harley-Davidson. He bought himself an Ultra Classic. I think it was a 2014, if I remember correctly. And so I rode around, man, for a couple months, about a year, I'd say. Yeah, I probably rode around for about a year or so, just riding my Harley to and fro everywhere I went. And I did not have a motorcycle endorsement or anything. Like I said, I had just learned to ride when I was a kid. My dad taught me when I was a little boy. So I knew that I should get my motorcycle endorsement so I wouldn't get a ticket or something, you know. And so I did. I went and I scheduled the motorcycle test, a motorcycle driving test. Went to the DMV and I did the whole shebang, man. Me and my dad rode over together from Alamosa to Del Norte to go do the motorcycle driving test. And oh man, I tell you guys what, I had so many little adventures. I wish I would have had this GoPro back then at that time, because I had I still do. I still try to go on some good rides, but I took so many little adventures on that little Sportster, man. Me and my homie DJ, has got that same year. DJ also bought a Harley. He traded his Gixxer for a Harley-Davidson Softail Slim S, and oh man, that thing was mean. Had the twin cam 110. Oh, that was a cool bike, dude. That year in 2017, 2018, man, me and my friends and family, we just got together and rode around a lot together, it seemed like, and that was fun times. And then in 2018, I moved over here to Colorado Springs, and I rode that Sportster, like I said, all over the place, man. I put, I think, 14,000 miles on that Sportster in like a year's time, dude. Like a year and a half, 2 years that I had it. Like the 2 years, I didn't have it quite 2 years, but the year and a half, the year and like 8 or 9 months that I had it, I think I rode like 14,000 miles on that Sportster. And then in 2019, man, I don't know, I can't even say exactly what it was. I just got a wild hair up my little butt. I guess I seen too many memes, or I was self-conscious about my little pee-pee. I don't know what it was, bud. Like, I don't know. I still don't know why. I to this day, I don't know exactly why I had to, because I didn't have to. It was a great little bike, man, and I miss it a lot. But I traded that Sportster for this bad boy right here, and this bitch has been pristine, homie. Like, she's been, you know, a couple of slow leaks here or there. Don't let me fool you, bro. Like I said, sometimes she don't start if it gets too cold and the battery dies or whatever the situation, man. But it's been a great bike. It's a very reliable bike. I love this bike very much, and it's my bike. It's my bike, mine and my wife's bike. Because I couldn't do any of this without my wife, bro. Straight up, like, shout out. I couldn't. I say it all the time, man. I couldn't do it without my wife. But that's kind of how I got into riding, man. And that's my little tale and my little story for the day.
As always, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, the like button, subscribe, all that shit. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, like, more than you guys know. I make a lot of these little videos, and sometimes they don't do a bunch of views or get a bunch of likes, and that's okay, because I don't really do it for the likes per se. I kind of just do this shit for fun. But if you guys like it and thumbs up it and all that shit, I really do appreciate it. As always, be safe, you guys. Ride safe. Much love. Thanks again.